Previously on the Chronicles of Teonce Pierre. It's been a roller coaster season for Teonce and Prolific Prep. Obviously, he committed to Prep very late in the offseason and has been magnificent in the regular season for Prolific Prep. However, as we advance to the high school postseason, Teonce and his team don't really have the momentum right now after getting crushed in the final game of the season by 28 points against Montverde Academy. That brings us to where we are now. The start of a postseason, only 16 teams remain to figure out who the top team in all of high school basketball is. We will only be covering round 1 today. Prolific Prep will be taking on Vandergrift. How ironic, Teonce taking on his former squad here in the postseason. If Prolific Prep wins, they will face on either Modern Day or Hillcrest Prep in the second round. Each side is divided between West and East. On the left side is the Western teams, and on the right side is the Eastern teams. Got a lot of talented squads on both sides, and Prolific Prep's going to have to beat some really, really good teams if they want to capture this high school national championship. But today's game is against Teonce's former team, the Vandergrift Vipers. Teonce and Prolific Prep played Vandergrift earlier in the season, and Prolific Prep ended up winning that game in Vandergrift. Now at home, Prolific Prep tries to win their first playoff game of the year, but it's going to be challenging. Greg Brown and the Vipers pose a very strong threat, as there is the Texas commit himself, Greg Brown, with the layup. Score early, tied at 2. Teonce trying to bully his way inside, getting the layup to go in. Nice play by him. Now it's 4-2. Teonce Pierre grabbing the board, going to try to take it coast to coast. Up with the lob for Coleman Hawkins, who will get the layup to fall. 6-6 now your score. Inside for Hawkins. 2 hands for safety. Nice slam for Prolific Prep. 10-6 now is your score. Dominic Chimura over to Southwell. Over to Hatch, who will bury the Hatch. Bad defense by Teonce Pierre. 18-11 now. Prolific Prep looking really good, as Jalen Green with a beautiful one-handed slam. And it is quickly a 9-point lead for Prolific Prep. However, Teonce only has 4 points. He has not been dominant offensively here in this first quarter, as this frame does come to a close. However, the rest of his team is looking pretty darn good as we go to the second. Quick 3 in the corner for Vandergrift, as it is now a 6-point game. Hawkins gets the and one, grabbing at his back. I don't know if his back is injured or what. Hopefully it's not. 27-18 now. Teonce cutting inside with a two-handed soft slam. 29-18 now. Dominic Chimura trying to drive inside. He's going to get it to Greg Brown, whose layup is off the mark. Prolific Prep's defense has been outstanding today, and the best defense creates a good offense. Teonce going coast to coast, off the glass, going upstairs, where Grandma hides the cookies, and Prolific Prep now leads this game by 15. 18-33. This is what they call a blowout. Teonce launches a prayer, and it doesn't go in. However, Frank Ansel is there with the putback, as it is now 35-18. Pierre inside with a beautiful one-handed dunk. 23-42 is now your score. Let's look at this replay again. Excellent slam. Now at the end of the first half, Namari Burnett misses at 3, but still a very comfortable lead for Prolific Prep, 26-42. As long as Prolific Prep can keep their foot on the gas pedal, the second half should be no problem, and this team would move on to the second round of the high school playoffs. Let's move to the second half now. 26-42 remains your score, as Greg Brown's layup is no good. Anselm again with great defense. Frank Anselm's been an anchor inside, although offensively he's been rough at times this year, to say the least. As Teonce greens the 3-ball. Quick basket from Vandergrift, 34-45. The Vipers are making this game a little bit closer. They're not going to go down without a fight. You got to give them some credit, but Prolific Prep's also a really good basketball team. There's Namari Burnett for 3. Teonce currently with 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. As Rayer beats the shot clock, clutching up a bomb. 41-48 now as we go later in the third. And one for Greg Brown, and it is a 5-point game. I mean, this is very close. Vandergrift's had an awesome third quarter. Prolific needs a few baskets as Namari Burnett makes the layup. 43-50 now. Brown has it inside, trying to show he's bigger and stronger than Coleman Hawkins, and he's unsuccessful. Anselm says, get that out of here. Teonce with the layup, as Prolific Prep now up by 9 with about under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Greg Brown, what a play by the Longhorn, and it's once again a 7-point game. There's Chibora inside. Only about 6 minutes to go. Vandegrift is hanging on for dear life, but they're keeping it close. Another lob for Greg Brown will fall 49-54. The deficit is now at 5. Here's Teonce Pierre going inside. Going to pass it for Hawkins, who's showing off some style points with that layup. 49-56. Look at the lob for Anselm. Making a big play right there. 53-58. Teonce pulling up from deep. He gets the long 2 now to go in. 54-60. This time it's Hawkins with the bucket. Teonce Pierre now with a double-double. That's his 10th assist of the game. 56-62. Pierre over to Anselm. He can't really shoot. So what do? He's going to pass it out to a shooter. Pierre, green bean machine. And as good as Vandegrift is playing in the second half, Prolific Prep has continued to put the pedal to the metal as Teonce with another and one. That is a killer for Vandegrift. So 51.2 seconds left. It's a 4-point game again. This one is very, very close. A bucket here would be huge for Prolific Prep as Hawkins greens it. And Prep is up by 6 with exactly 43 seconds to play. Now 66-70 with 27.4. As Teonce is fouled, will go to the line to shoot 2. Trying to put some ice on this one. Trying to put a bow on this game. These are 2 very big free throws. He would make the first one, and the second one would also go in. So now it is 66-72. All Prolific Prep has to do is not choke. So Teonce could just stand and get fouled, but he's going to rub it in his former teammates' faces a little bit, getting that late windmill to go down as Prolific Prep will win it. 74-66. They are moving on to the second round of the high school playoffs. Teonce with 27 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. His efficiency wasn't bad, but he wasn't super efficient. The rest of the guys did their thing. Jalen Green had the least amount of points out of the core 5. For Vandegrift, it was Gabe Rayer who led the way in points, not Greg Brown. Brown had 18, Rayer had 19. Jake Hatch with 17, Chibora in the double figures as well. So we would move on forward. Now there are only 8 teams left. In the eastern side, before higher-seeded teams won, Montverde, IMG, Brewster, and Stepniak. Meanwhile, on the western side, Minnehaha, Prolific Prep, Hillcrest Prep, and Rancho are all moving on. Rancho is the only lower-seeded team to win. So Prolific Prep will be playing against Hillcrest in the second round, and if Teonce and Prep win, we will be showing the Final Four round as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, a little bit shorter than normal, but gotta create some suspense here. I hope you all are excited for the next one. I'm out. Peace.